In a man's world, when it comes to relationships, we tend to spend a lifetime trying to figure out what women want. But isn't it time for women to find out what men really want? Ladies, stay tuned for this week's episode with our special guest, Dwayne McAllister, right here on The Next 15. You're listening to The Next 15, a 15-minute podcast show for the binge listener covering random topics such as relationships, current news, and everyday life issues. My name is Trey North, and for the next 15 minutes, I hope to make you laugh, educate, and inspire you. Welcome to the Next 15 podcast show. This is Trey North on Friday. It's a little bit after 7. We had a little technical difficulty, so if you were listening in and it cut off, I hope you came back in. Chat rooms now are open. We are live in color. And today's topic, you already know I've been posting like crazy. It's what guys want. So, ladies, this one's for you, fellas. I do hope you can jump in on it. Of course, I'm here with my co-host, Chris McAllister. What's up, baby?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Good to be back in the saddle once again.
The true cowboy.
Absolutely.
Well, we're not alone today, my man. We got a special guest.
Yeah.
Co-host today, Dwayne McAllister, all the way from Tyler, Texas.
From Big T-Town is what they call it.
Dwayne, what's up, my man?
Hello. How's everybody doing, man? I'm glad to be on the call with y'all, man. I'm looking to have some fun today, man.
We're going to have some fun, but we're also going to throw out some little information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, what guys want, this is going to be crazy.
Craziness.
Let me ask you, Chris, do you have any icebreakers? You know, we like to start the show off with an icebreaker.
Yeah, man. Listen. As I was kind of thinking on an icebreaker for today, I was just happening to looking in my news feed, and I seen something that knocked my socks off, bro. Like, you know, we're big fight fans, you know. When I say fight, I'm talking boxing. And I seen a report that said that Mike Tyson was coming out of retirement for charity boxing. And then they posted a video of him doing some sparring, and it looked like Mike Tyson could still be in the top 10 ranked heavyweight. I'm serious. Mike Tyson at 53 years old still looks like he could hang with the best of them, man. And I was like, absolutely, I want to see Mike Tyson fight. But that it didn't stop there. Then right after that, I think like a day later, Evander Holyfield announced that he's coming out of retirement and fighting for charity also at the age of 57. And they showed him, and I was like, he could probably still be in the top 15. I was like, what is going on?
Minus one ear.
Right. Have you seen the meme with him with the mask on and it had the what?
Oh,
dear
yeah.
Lord.
You're talking about the meme the meme that had one ear. He only had one.
Hilarious.
Hey, Chris, I'll tell you what, man. I saw that video with Mike Tyson, too, and I tell you what, the guy he was sparring with, even though he had that vest on, it still looked like he cracked 2 ribs. I was like, my God.
Mike Tyson, like, the dude had on all this protection, and he still had the fear of God in his eyes being in the ring with Mike Tyson. And did you see how quick Mike Tyson still is at 53 years old?
That's amazing.
Like, I was amazed. Like, I was amazed how quick he is and how devastating his punches sounded. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Dwayne, you got anything, my man? Any icebreakers today? Anything exciting in your life happened today?
Exciting. I got off of work today, man. That was exciting. Ready to start that weekend, man. You know, like I said, I'm back at work, back in the saddle, you know, working from home. So I think at 3:55, man, I was like, time to shut her down and get the weekend started.
That's what's up, man. Hey, I want to give a shout out there to Jacqueline Hammett for tuning in tonight. Yeah. And my sister Jessica's online listening live. Hey, baby girl.
Hey,
what's
Jessica,
up?
What's going on?
On here supporting your brother.
Oh, look at that. Family love.
Family does matter, huh? Hey, while I'm giving a shout out, man, right quick before we go to over to the next segment, I want to give a shout out to my mom. My mom sent me a belated birthday gift today. I got it in the mail. Thank you, Mama. I sure love you. I appreciate you. What up, Rod? I see you, my man. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're just now tuning in, I see everybody trying to come in the chat room, and some of y'all might not be on actually Spreaker. You might be on the Next 15 Podcast website. Okay. So I just want to say thank you for tuning in today. We're talking about what guys want tonight, and with our special guest co-host Dwayne McAllister. And yeah, man, I think what we're gonna do. Hey, Gail, how you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be real nice tonight, man. What guys want. We always talk about what the ladies, what women want. But now it's a time or an opportunity for you ladies to find out what we want when it comes to relationships.
Absolutely.
And you might be surprised. We might want some of the same things. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully. I tell you what, guys, we're going to go to a commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to dive right in on this topic. And yes, we will be chatting, but we also will be opening up the lines here soon. Yes. But yeah, just keep it locked right here on the Next 15 Podcast. We'll be right back. This is Trey North. Thanks for tuning in tonight. If you're enjoying this podcast, please share with your friends right now so that they can join in on the fun. Log on to your favorite social media platform and let them know that you're listening live to the Next 15 Podcast Show. You're listening to the Next 15 Podcast Show with Trey North on Spreaker.com. And we're back right here on the Next 15 Podcast Show live on this Friday. Oh, man, it's so good to have our guest co-host Dwayne McAllister right with us. And we're talking about what men or what guys want.
Right.
Yeah. Who want to tackle this first? You want to give it to the guest co-host first?
Oh, absolutely. I want to give it to the guest co-host, and we'll come after him, man.
It's on you, D.
That's how we gonna do on a Friday?
Absolutely.
Wow. Wow, man. Well, when Trevor, man, when you asked me to get on here, I think like to your point, we could want some of the same things. And one of the things I was thinking about, I think what a man wants, it could vary from man to man. So if a lady is looking for a man, it really depends on what that man is looking for. And some of those things could be like what he wants could be formed by his past experiences, like how he's grown up in his life, whatever he's seen. Okay. And honestly, it could be what he's seen on TV. Yeah. So, when you talk about what a man wants, it can vary depending on that man. I think sometimes as we get older, I'll just speak for me. I can't speak for everybody, but I really feel like I kind of figured out what I wanted the older I'm getting.
Right.
I'm married now with my wife and everything, but like the things that I want now weren't the things that I wanted, 15, 20 years ago when I was younger. So, that's what I think. I mean, what do you guys think?
I think that's good, man. I know as we get older, some things are not as important as others.
Right.
Not saying like, for one, let's take attraction. For me, I gotta have the looks. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm not physically attracted to you, we're gonna, it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? I need personally me. That's number one, because that's what drawn you to the woman anyway.
Correct.
How she takes care of herself, the way she dresses, how she keeps her hair, her body, her hygiene.
Right.
I'm with you, Dwayne. On some things when you get older, they're negotiable. But this one's not negotiable for me. I gotta be attracted to you. I just can't go on your. I mean, I'm not just talking about body wise, like face. I mean, and there's so many things that constitutes to attraction. Like I like a woman with sense of humor. Right. You know what I mean? Okay. Somebody that can make me laugh, that has that can, I can enjoy my time with them with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all buy that?
Absolutely. No, not really. No, I'm just no, I'm just joking. But I'm on the same kind of page with you. I think as men across the board, and I hate to try to speak for every man, but that is a real big thing with us men, because we are visual creatures. So we have that, we do have that visual outlook on what we want in a particular woman. And you might want to call that vain or shallow, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how great you are. If a man is not attracted to you, it won't work. I'm just gonna put it to you, for every lady that's out there listening, a man has what he wants visually, and now that's what differs with each individual man, because every man doesn't want the same thing visually, but there is a visual that he's looking for. Yeah. And so you can be gorgeous, but if that's not what he's looking for, then none of that matters. But yeah, I'm with you. You have to be physically attractive to that individual man. But then I'll go back to the step that you just said, Trey. Like, there are some attributes that, like, I'm the same way. You have to be able to make me laugh. If you can't make me laugh, because that means I'm doing all the work making you laugh. And I can't be with a stuffy person, that doesn't like to have a personality.
Go ahead, Dwayne.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was just going to say, man, like, it's so true, man, because, like, for example, for me, what would be attractive to me is if I can come home and I'm not fussing and arguing with my lady all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's those type of qualities. Yeah, because you could be Beyonce, but if I'm coming home and me and you are going back and forth every day, like that even that visual attraction now starts to, dwindle just because, like, every time I come home, you might be fine as a bottle of wine, but now all I see is arguments, or, all I see is just like, ugh. And I'm pretty sure it's the same for women too, don't get me wrong. But you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like, for me, there's more than just the physical aspect, like you were saying earlier, Trevor, because you could have all of that on the outside, but if a person, for me, if you can't cook, and if you can't work and help pay bills,
hey, that's,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff gets off on me. So go ahead, Trey.
No. I didn't mean to cut you off, man. I was just gonna say, when you said that work thing, I love a go-getter. I like a woman that can hold it down with or without me, but doesn't mind receiving the help when needed. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to feel like I'm needed. Because I know some women out there, they so independent now, especially, and I get it. Some of us men hadn't stepped up. You know what I'm saying? So they've been getting it out here by themselves. And so when a man like me come along, like, I'm the type of guy, I want to help you. You know what I mean? We can do this together. But I definitely, what's attractive to me is, man, a woman that can get out here and get it. She doesn't need me, but she wants me. If that makes any sense.
Exactly. And I'm not going to be offended if like my lady friend or my wife, or if you make more money than me, I'm not offended, because if I know that you really love me and we're in this thing together, then we're doing this thing together. Now, that's me. Like, I can't say that for everybody, but we're doing this thing together. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that I'm doing whatever I can, to help her out. So that's what I look at. Like I said, for me personally, is, like you said, you want to have a helper, man. You want to have somebody that you can enjoy the rest of your life with. And I think sometimes these young guys out here, man, I think sometimes we have it twisted, but they get that information from other homeboys who don't know how to treat a woman, or uncles, or, cousins, or even a dad or something like that don't really know what the right thing is. And so when they gauge what they want from a woman, they gauge it based off of erroneous information that they've received.
I got you, man. I got you. I got you. Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, for me, also, I will have to say, well, Rod says maturity will bring about a level of wisdom. Some of our wants will change over time. Yeah, absolutely, Rod. I agree with that. Some things become, less important to us. Our needs change as we get older. Some of our needs do change. So,
Right.
Definitely on that. Also, one thing that I like too, man, is somebody who can hold a conversation.
Right.
I like
right.
a woman that can hold an intellectual conversation. With me. So, somebody who articulate. I need somebody that can stimulate my mind. You know what I mean? Especially, and also, I do like a woman that can hold her poise, like doing a heated situation, but she still can be ladylike. Even if we were going back and forth, arguing with one another. The way a woman carries herself is so attractive to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, I'm on that same page with you. Like Dwayne, you said it earlier. All the prettiness, all the the good lookingness or whatever you want to call it goes out the window if all we do is argue. Like, I one thing I cannot stand is me if we're gonna be together, like if we can't go out and be around other good looking people without it being a competition. Like, that's an issue with me. Like, that is a problem. Like, I don't like that where I got to be in competition just because somebody else looks a certain way or dresses a certain way. Like, I'm in competition at that point in time. You know what I mean? And so at that point, I'm like, I'd rather not be in that relationship. I mean, and then despite how they look at that point, you can throw that whole thing away in my perspective.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I feel that. What else, guys? Y'all in chat room? Y'all quiet right now?
Oh, yeah.
I see Rod said fine like Beyonce, but fussy like Esther from Sanford and Son.
I mean, like you said, we still have visual.
In regards to Aunt Esther.
So you talk about. So you said the way if she's fine like Beyonce, she could be fussy all she wants to be. Is that what you said, bro? Okay.
I mean, you say tomato, I say tomato. You know what I mean?
And there are that let's be honest in regards to that, there are some things that men are willing to put up with a little bit more if the woman is attractive to that particular man. Like if the man feels like he's with a woman who's more upscale or more attractive than he think that he can possibly get, and he looked into that relationship or that situationship, or some people would say nowadays, he's willing to deal with a lot more. So she might be like, yeah, I'm cheating on you. You'd be like, okay, well, as long as you don't tell nobody else, I'm good.
Wait. The looks override? Are you just saying you're tolerant of some certain things if she's look really good?
For some men, absolutely. Me, no. And unless no,
I don't know.
For some men, it's the trophy wife ordeal. That's they want that on their arm. You know what I mean? They want the cream of the crop, and they'll do whatever they feel like they need to do to keep that. Because again, it's a visual. Because I'm the man. Because I got her, even though she doesn't love me and she's only with me on my money.
Right, she loves you and him and them. So
Absolutely.
One thing when I was, it goes back to what Rod's comment about the maturity part. And this is something that I'm pretty sure all of us never really thought about back in our younger days. But like, what about like a woman with integrity who stands on her principles without compromise? Right. Something like, for now, me at my age, I'm 48 right now.
Oh man,
I'm 48 right now, and I need some. I need a woman, I need some moral values, you know what I'm saying? Right. I need some principles here that by now you should already have, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I know when I was younger, I didn't get anything like that. I didn't care about that at that point. All I saw was the booty.
Right.
I'm sorry, it's just the truth, man.
Right,
you know
absolutely.
Yeah.
The cakes.
Trevor, let me ask you this. Like you said, made the mention about integrity and that they should have. But what if there's a woman that comes up and she was never exposed to something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you do in a case like that? Like, she's never been exposed to necessarily having integrity or doesn't know. Not that she doesn't want to do it, not that she doesn't want to be that way, but like, what would you do with a woman like that? Like, if she had the other qualities that you wanted, but maybe that area was lacking, not because she didn't want to do it, but just because maybe she, all of her life, she was, I don't want to say pigeonholed, but did a certain thing. What would you do in that case?
I mean, it depends on what you mean. Was she a klepto? You say no integrity. No, I get it, man, because you know what? Everybody has a different upbringing, and some, and I don't want to twist it around, but right. I understand that some women have not been taught that. You know what I mean? They might not necessarily have been raised that way. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, to be honest, at this point in my life, if you have no integrity, we don't have anything to discuss. Okay. Right. But, that's just a non-negotiable, back in the day, I think for me, it would be the same way because I wouldn't want to be with anybody that I can't trust. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be in a relationship that wasn't, it's just me and her, I wouldn't want to be with anybody that, unless I didn't care. And, she was a trophy and she had that eye candy, but I had a couple of ones on the side, I'm just saying,
Touche, my friend.
But I also think that, some women, for me, if I met a woman who wasn't taught that, or it wasn't, maybe she didn't have a father figure in the home, that could maybe, teach her some, things like that about what a man wants or what's important or whatever, or even maybe a mother, people come from different backgrounds, but that's something that I think that the individual still would have to possess some type of morality. At the end of the day, so if you didn't know, when it comes to integrity, I don't know if I can deal with that. But if it was something else like manners, or, if they burped all the time, or a face like a dude, I could deal with that. I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, I know. See, like for you, that's cool with you. I'm on the opposite end. Like I do not I need you to be ladylike. That doesn't mean I need you to always be prissy. But I gotta have a lady. You need to be a lady.
But what if she's around you though, but didn't do it in public, but around you?
I need a lady. If you're around me or if you're not around me, I need a lady, bro. Now again, I understand that that's just human nature. Everybody burps, Chris. I get it. But if if you're doing it 12 times through a movie and you haven't even drunk any soda, I'm like, what do you do? Like, where is that coming from? Like, did you brush your teeth this morning?
I don't know. I tell you what, guys, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to open up the lines and we're going to maybe hear some opinions from guys or some ladies.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, y'all keep it locked. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. Y'all keep it locked right here at the Next 15. We'll be right back.
Hey, family, this is Christopher McAllister, Senior Pastor of Life Changers Church here in the great city of Austin, Texas. And I am so excited to invite you to come experience change. Yeah, that's right. a change in the way you think, a change in what motivates you, or even a change in how you perceive church. So come visit us on Sunday mornings at 10:30 a.m. for an hour of power, either at our physical location at 15020 North I-35 Frontage Road, Austin, Texas, 78728, or on our website at lifechangersaustin.com. Or you can even catch us on our live stream on Facebook at LCC Austin. Yeah, that's right, LCC Austin. Isn't it about time you are a part of something different? Life Changers Church, where we're changing lives starting with ourselves. We'll see you real soon.
You're listening to the Next 15 podcast show with Trey North right here on Spreaker.com. All right, we're back on the Next 15 podcast show. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're just coming in, thank you so much. We've been talking about what guys want. Earlier, we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
If you're using the Spreaker app, there might be two what guys wants. You might need to refresh your app. Right in the middle when we went live, it just asked us to refresh on our end, and so we decided to do that. And so some of you all are not getting in, but we have people that are live. We have Jessica in the house. We have Rod. We have Erica. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Jacqueline, thank you so much for tuning in.
Juan, thank you for tuning in, good sir.
Oh, okay. I didn't know Juan was in the house. What's up, buddy? Yeah. Juan Alaman from the 80s Hour with Juan Alaman.
Alaman, yeah.
We're back. That's right. We're back with our guest co-host, Dwayne McAllister, all the way from Tyler, Texas. And we're going to open up the lines. But before I do that, please, guys and ladies, no profanity.
No
please.
profanity.
That's the only thing I ask. We can talk about anything, but just no profanity. But we're going to go ahead and open up the lines at 512-827-9164. That's 512-827-9164. If you want to call in and give us your comments or questions, ladies, or comments, guys, feel free to do so. We're on locked in right now. All lines are open. And you can call in, and hey, you can be a guest co-host too for a minute or two. Yeah. So getting back into the topic, what guys want, Dwayne, what does it for you? What is the non-negotiable that you have when it comes to the woman you with, what you want from a woman or out of a relationship with a woman?
I would probably say for me, Trevor, is conversation, because I'm an extrovert, and you guys know that. I mean, I love meeting people. I can talk to anybody. So I would say one of the biggest things, like we kind of mentioned earlier about, the physical and the appearance. Like I want that, but like you said earlier, the conversation piece. Sometimes I feel like I'm a different type of guy. Like I want to know from my lady how your day went. How do you feel? What's going on in this relationship? Because I'm always trying to make sure I'm the best that I can be for you. You know what I'm saying? I guess, but that's me. Like I know that's not every guy. So conversation and being open and honest with each other is probably the biggest thing that I want. That's a non-negotiable for me.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. What about you? You got any non-negotiable?
Man, my real non-negotiable, man, is I'm gonna kind of go back to what I kind of said earlier, like Dwayne said, and you. Like, my non-negotiable is that you're going to have to be able to kind of bring something to the table. Like, I need somebody, I need a hard worker, because I know I work hard, man, and I don't need, I don't want anybody that I feel like is just taking from me and not bringing nothing back. There's no reciprocity in the relationship. So, like, I'm all about hard work. Like, if I get it, like my wife is the prime candidate of that. When I met her, she was a hard worker, and that's really what caught my eye with her, is just hard work. If a woman can work, that's a turn on to me. Like, oh, you brought in $800 this week. That's so sexy to me,
Get over here so I can cook you a dinner.
Okay. Let me switch this because y'all. I gotta be on the devil's advocate side of it because I mean, this sounds like these guys. Let's just cut to the chase. She fine. She's bringing in the paycheck. Mm-hmm. She has the integrity. Mm-hmm. But the sex is bad. Go. Yeah, I knew I'd get you there.
Slippery slopey. Yeah,
I'll say it like this, Trevor. This is for me. I think I don't know. Every guy is different. If that woman has everything and the sex is not that great, if she's willing to learn, then I'm willing to teach.
That is hilarious.
You never leave a woman behind, bro. Nobody left behind.
Well, I can't argue with that. I mean,
God,
but would
hilarious.
you say? Would you say that is a big part of it? Or let me ask you this: Is that what you test drive before you ring it?
Oh. It depends on the way that the pastor wants this question to be answered.
So,
well, I mean, like you said, let's just be honest. In today's society, everybody test drives. It's second nature right now. But so I will say this. This is once again, my personal experience. I feel like sometimes when you do that, you kind of you could potentially lessen it because for a guy, we hunters, we're hunters. Right. And so the appeal most of the time is for the guy to be on the hunt, for most, not all, but to be on the hunt and okay. So if you go ahead and you get the milk from the cow before you buy the cow, then it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, right. Now that I got that, there's nothing else for me to really do.
Right.
Like I want Frosted Flakes now, not Cheerios.
So let me ask you that. So if, oh gosh, I'm trying to say it the right way. So basically, if you got to test drive it before you ringed it, then you're pretty much not interested. Is that what?
I'm not speaking for every guy. I think different people. For me, I test drove beforehand a couple of times, and I'm still here. But what I'm saying though is like some people, I have friends, I have other friends that have done it, and then like it's like they kind of lose interest. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, well, why are you doing this? Like, why? They like, it's not the same anymore. So I'm just saying that I think sometimes when you do that. And I know women probably, think the same thing, like, oh, well, I'm going to test him out to see if he's what I really want. But I think that it's sometimes keeping it because I feel like that's an experience,
right?
That you and her can have together.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to second that, but I'm going to go into this variation. Of course, you don't from a biblical standpoint, absolutely not. You don't want to test drive. But let's use common sense in today's age. But on top of that, if you're going to test drive a Lamborghini, it does like it's a Lamborghini, bro. Like you're going to test drive a Lamborghini because you're about to purchase this Lamborghini. Like a Lamborghini is a Lamborghini today, tomorrow, and it was yesterday. So if I test drive this Lamborghini, hold on. Okay. If I test drive this Lamborghini, all I'm doing is reconfirming that I'm going to buy this Lamborghini.
Okay, so you're going
to even test drive without knowing that's what you want.
That's what you want, exactly.
But let's be real. There are some girls that are Ford Focuses.
That's exactly. That's what I was going to get to. There's a difference in test driving a Lamborghini and a Miata.
So you just test drive the Miata, but you don't take the Miata home? Is that what you're saying?
You test drive the Miata so you can prepare for the Lamborghini. I'm just joking. Don't take that serious. I'm just messing.
Or the other scenario would be whatever your money allows you to test drive. That's what you're going to drive, bro.
Absolutely.
Touche.
The Lamborghini might be like, you don't have enough ducats to get in my seat.
That's right. Or you don't know how to drive a stick.
Whoa.
It's like you're over here grinding clutches here, sir.
Oh, y'all crazy. Guys, if you want to get in on this conversation, give us a call at 512-827-9164. That number is 512-827-9164. We'd love to hear your comments or opinions.
Yes.
Again, 512-827-9164. Call in. I know some of the guys are listening. Y'all quiet tonight.
Oh yeah, they're scared of this. They're scared of this topic, man. They are afraid of this topic. But like again, we don't want to sound shallow. What? Wait a minute. I think we got a call in. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, man. It's a tough one. Welcome to the Next 15 podcast show. Who am I speaking with?
This is Juan Ailman. I heard that.
You heard that last show?
I heard that last show. Mr. I can pronounce it when I want to.
My bad.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. What's going on tonight, man?
Not much. I was listening in. I typed something on the other chat board for, it was like Andrea and I were in there. And Christopher, he actually typed something back. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to reiterate what I had said because, in my opinion, it's not always about test driving or finding somebody super attractive or whatever. Right. It's about if you like someone and they like you back and it's not work to be with them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they're not putting in more work than you are. You're not putting in more work than they are. It's just a mutual thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes it feels like it was really meant to be.
Right.
That's true.
And because I don't really believe in, like the whole love at first sight. You bump into a wall and you're like, that's the person I'm going to marry.
The TV stuff.
Like they do in the movies all the time, But by the same token, you see someone and you're like, there's something different about them. I just want to get to know them. Mm. It's kind of like, it's making a friend, Uh-huh. It's like a meme I read. It's like, how do you walk into a room and say, of all these strangers, I'm going to pick you to hang out with?
Wow.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And it works like that for however long you can remain friends.
So let me ask you, what mm-hmm. do you find, or what do you want? I know you're married, but what was it that did it for mm-hmm. you in your relationship before you even thought about getting married? What did you want?
It was just someone to be honest, forthright with me, and like I said, just care about me like I cared about them. No work to it.
See, ladies, we kind of want what you want. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Juan. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, it's just a simple thing of, if if you're always arguing, it's the old adage of, there's somebody who's looking at this beautiful woman saying, not another day with her. Not another day. Yeah. And there's every other guy in the world who doesn't know her that says, if I could only be with her, man, that would make me so happy.
Yeah.
Everything that shines isn't gold,
Right.
Yeah. So.
What was you saying, Dwayne? Were you trying to say something? Oh, go ahead, Juan. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
No, I thought I heard Dwayne. He was about to comment. Were you about to say something?
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I was
I'm
just
just saying
totally
that-
agreeing. I was just totally agreeing with what you were saying. When like you're absolutely right. You know, somebody to be there with you, and like you were saying, like no one works harder than the other. It's just kind of like a mutual thing. And I mean, I just was in agreement with that. I mean, that was great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I appreciate your time, all you guys. You guys are putting on a great show. Really like it.
Oh,
Thank you.
Beautiful weather here in Washington. It got up to 80 today,
Nice.
but it still feels nice and breezy.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, man, we appreciate
Yeah,
you.
no humidity here, buddy.
Hey, man, we thank you so much for calling in, Juan, man. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for calling in, man. We appreciate it, man.
All right, no problem. I'll be here to support you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Awesome. That was Juan Alaman from the
Alaman.
80s Hour with Juan Alaman. Has a great show.
Yeah, such a good guy, man.
Yeah, man. I always enjoy talking to him. Yeah, man. I tell you what, we're gonna take our final commercial break. We're gonna wrap it up unless somebody wants to call in. That number is 512-827-9164. Again, that number is 512-827-9164. You can call in and give your comments, or if you have any questions, ladies, we'll be glad to answer them for you.
Yeah.
But if not, then hang on real tight. We got one more commercial break, and then we're going to close it up and wrap it up. We'll be right back on the next 15. Hi, this is Trey North, and I wanted to let you know about the Next 15, an all-new podcast show designed specifically for the binge listener, covering random and sometimes off-the-cuff topics such as relationships, current news, and everyday life issues. This podcast show is interactive, which means you can participate during our live episodes via chat room or podcast line. That's right, you can call in and be a part of my live podcast show. So tune in on Friday nights at 7 p.m. live on Spreaker.com or Next15podcast.com. And if you missed the live show, you can catch up by tuning in on Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Before I go, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Next15Podcast. Or you can go to Next15podcast.com and subscribe to get upcoming news, unreleased contents, and our monthly newsletter. This is Trey North, and I'll see you on the Next 15. You're listening to the Next 15 podcast show with Trey North right here on Spreaker.com. Welcome back to the Next 15 podcast show with Trey North, co-host Chris McAllister, and our special guest co-host Dwayne McAllister. In case y'all hadn't figured it out, these are two brothers. My brothers from another mother.
Yeah, absolutely. my big bro down in Tyler, Texas. Everybody say we look like twins, but we're absolutely not, because we're 8 years apart, or 7 or 8 years apart. I don't even remember.
Right.
Yeah, this has been
I'm the big one.
You're such an idiot.
Oh man, we're gonna wrap it up. I guess nobody wants to talk tonight. They
Man.
scared
I
the
think
guys.
that-
I was itching. I knew Rod was just gonna come in with that wisdom. He always bringing that heat, but it's all good. Very interesting topic. We hope, ladies, you had some insight. You see, for the most part,
Right.
I'm just gonna do my close and then let y'all come back since I'm already talking. But I think for the most part, I think most men who are at our age, especially, or men that are already married, they pretty much what a woman wants. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, if we're out here playing the field, of course, we're not really in that mindset or that mind frame, but we're definitely looking for the same things a woman looking for: security, somebody that we can be, that we can trust and be happy with. I think if a man's not looking for that, then he's really not serious and not ready to commit to a relationship.
You're absolutely correct, man, and I totally agree with that. You know, with most men, and again, are looking for that trust factor. Because men, we don't trust, likely, man. So it's real hard for us to trust somebody, because a lot of us been through those relationships where we did give that trust and that trust was broken. And so the trust factor is really big for most men. I don't care how pretty she is. I don't care what she brings in. If I can't trust her with with my heart, or if I can't trust her with my fears, if I can't trust her with that type of part of my life, then none of that matters.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, D-Mac? Any closing comments? What you got?
I mean, like, I agree with everything that said, and then Juan on the phone call, what he was saying as well. And I think one thing that a man is look for, and it doesn't matter the age, he could be, 25 up to 65, but no man wants to be disrespected. You know what I mean? What a man wants, he wants somebody that's going to respect him. And I know women do want that as well too. So, I think that, like you said, if they're playing around, if a man is playing around, with other women and not committed, he's not ready, because he doesn't really know what he's searching for. Right. But if he does find that, he doesn't want to be disrespected within that relationship either. You know what I mean? Like, or, you're just talking crazy to him or belittling him as a man. You know what I mean? I think sometimes that happens because all a guy really wants to do when he's in a relationship is to please his lady, whether that's through finances, whether that's through some sex, whether, whatever it is, he wants to please his lady. So, I just think, like what everybody's saying, man, you have to really be serious and know what you want, before you can talk to anybody else. So that's what I think.
Well, hey, man, that's great, man. Good. Thank you so much, Dwayne McAllister, our guest co-host tonight. We thank y'all for tuning in. We're getting ready to get out of here, but don't forget to log on to www.next15podcast.com. You can catch not only this episode but previous episodes. Follow us at Next 15 Podcast on both Instagram and Facebook platforms, and I guess we'll see you on the Next 15.